And welcome to this Friday edition of Business Party Podcast, the aftermath episode of the murdering of an elderly man on live on air yesterday.
That was brutal.
Yeah,
Oh, it was.
That was brutal.
Dude, I was literally just like, I just wanted to unmute my mic and just start screaming so many times during that.
I was waiting for Donald Trump to be like, "This fucking retard." He was holding back.
It's surprising. What's
Right.
up, Don Goff?
What up,
What's
Don?
happening?
It was just, what up, Muffin?
Yo,
You got
Oh,
burned.
they're over there. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it was bad just to like, it wasn't even 10, 15 minutes in and Biden started breaking.
yeah, he broke.
mean,
he started breaking pretty early. You could see you could see quick the gears were just like starting to stop. So yeah.
And then every time Trump was talking, he was looking at him like he was terrified and just like gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, how the hell can you not see this now? You can't hide it.
Well, I mean, there was a reason why.
Fucking Abel.
What up? Biden will be played.
I King Emperor.
I am the God King. But there was a reason why. You guys, listen. His press secretary tells you why.
Can you tell us more about his cold? When did he contract it? What did it affect his performance last night?
So, okay, step back for a second. So yes, and I think we shared this with many people yesterday. The president had a cold. He had a sore throat. That happens, and that's what you heard last night. And you know, I'll leave it there. I don't have anything else to add. I think Michael covered.
You never do. He never has
No.
anything else to add.
No.
The most transparent White House ever. They never have anything to add.
A lot of this just moments ago. But yes, he had a cold. He had a sore throat. Once he knew that he had a cold and a sore throat, he tested. He certainly tested for COVID. It was negative, and then we moved on from there.
Why did the White House wait until the middle of the debate to release that information?
Look, I'll tell you this. Look, he had a strong debate prep week, and he got a cold, which happens. It happens. It's not unusual. It's not something, I mean, you don't share every time, the president has a cold. It happened.
Mhm.
And once he had the cold and had a sore throat, again, he tested negative for COVID, and then we moved on.
But just curious about the disclosure of that information.
Tyler, he got a cold. It
In
happened.
terms of
Yeah,
when
cold.
the sequencing, like instead of before the debate, in the middle of the debate, how you decide when.
Oh,
to put it
well,
out.
obviously during the debate, we were asked if the president has a cold. We said, well, we were asked about his hoarse voice. We shared that he had a cold. We shared that he tested negative, and then we moved on. That's it.
Is it me or did she go into Biden for a sec or Obama for a second? You had a cold? That was it?
Right.
5 minutes? Was
Well,
it?
here's the interesting part. He had a cold, right? Bring
Yeah.
up my screen. This is him just today.
Let me close with this. I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious. Well, I know. Well,
Why are you cheering for him saying, hey, I'm old? I know
Right.
I am.
Right.
I don't. Folks, I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to. But I know what I do know. I know how to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Didn't he use the good people on both sides hoax last night?
I know.
Yeah.
I know right from wrong. And I know how to do this job. I know how to get things done.
Yeah. In the shittiest manner possible.
Anyway.
I'm waiting for him to like pull out that one bowler's fucking saying where he's like, "Who do you think you are? I am."
I love the fact that she's just like, oh, he just had a cold. Yeah, he had a cold. That's what we're going with. And then he pulls this today, and everybody's just like, what about that cold?
Right. What was it? I think somebody put up the one of the side effects of I think Adderall or something. It was
I don't
something
know.
like that. Yeah, I can't remember. It was somebody had it on Twitter.
But not only that, this was right after. This was a watch party in Atlanta.
Look, folks, what's going to happen over the next couple of days is they're going to be out there fact checking all the things he said. I can't think of one thing he said that was true. No, I'm not being facetious. But look, we're going to beat this guy. We need to beat this guy. And I need you in order to beat him. You're the people I'm running.
He's livelier there than he was the whole. I think they gave it to him at the wrong fucking time.
Right.
They gave hit whatever they gave him. It hit after he was done, and it's just
Like, let him be as bad as possible during the debate. Then tomorrow, let's make him good.
It's weird, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
But then
I mean-
again, there was also this. He's like, I know how to tell the truth. Put mine back up real quick.
yeah. Yep.
Some of them, he
The same
said.
by the
he's
way,
only-
hold on. This same asshole was the same asshole from the other day that we covered on both shows. That was just running through line by line of Trump's quote unquote lies.
Yeah, and that's all he was saying is that's not true. That's a lie. He didn't show anything for that. But in this one, he kind of goes into detail a little bit with some.
only president in a while who didn't have any troops dying anywhere in the world. Troops have, of course, died on his watch. He said he's put in a $15 per shot cap on insulin and Medicare. It's a $35 a month.
To be fair,
Hey, sabotaged by his drug pusher. Mm.
though, he did say, you know, I put the cap on at $35. He did retract that statement.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yes. He's
Yeah, I
like, I
didn't-
put a cap. We bit Big Pharma. I put a cap on insulin for
Dude,
families at 15.
With him?
$35.
with him, it's hard for me to keep track of where he's going because he does that a lot. So it's like with the stammering and stuff, like even Nancy Pelosi, I can't follow throughout a whole
That's-
sentence with what she says or anything. Like the same with him. Like when it comes to Trump and shit, like most of the other people I'm pretty good with, but like when you start talking like that and you keep stammering, it's like then I'm just like I
Right. That's
don't even
what-
know where you started at. I don't even know.
That's what enrages me the most because
Yeah.
he starts doing that and then he goes off onto another subject and I'm like, finish the fucking thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's science.
Yep.
It's guesswork sometimes.
Cap. He said it's a $200 cap on overall drug spending in Medicare. It's $2,000 a year. He said the border now has fewer crossings than when Trump was in office. That's generally not true. He said, or at least
Generally?
suggested.
Generally not true.
Generally.
Generally.
Dude, we now have like the known people
Allegedly.
that have come through this border is now in the 12 million range. Okay, you're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about over the course of 4 fucking years.
Yeah.
That is 3 million a year on average.
Right.
No, yeah, 3 million a year on average. One of those years was when the migrant thing went down because Biden said surge the border. That was during Trump's last year.
Surge.
3 million a fucking year on average. Generally not true. No. That's
Cisse
fucking bullshit.
Padre. That has been in my
Unemployment was
head
at-
all fucking day, by the way. All I kept thinking about because the Jill Biden fucking meme of the Hawk Tui girl as Jill Biden. All I kept seeing was Cisse Padre. Go to the bodegas.
The bodegas.
15% when he
What'd
took
you just call me?
Oh shit. Okay.
office. It was actually 6.4. He said Trump wants to get rid of Social Security. Trump doesn't. He said billionaires pay 8.2% in taxes. It's much higher. He said Trump told Americans to inject bleach amid COVID. We know Trump made foolish comments about scientists studying disinfectant injection, but didn't frame it as advice to people.
Pause. Fucking pause. That is the first time in 4 fucking years that they finally said it. When I heard him say that, I almost shit my pants. I swear to you not. I almost shit it might have been all the coffee I drank, but I almost shit my pants. I was like, holy shit. Finally they admit it. Finally, because he even said it on the stage.
You said you literally had Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo, Brian Stelter. They were saying it every night that he was telling you to inject bleach. And now you're just like,
Mhm.
no, he didn't frame it in a way as advice. It was a joke.
Well, no, he was asking. He's like, yeah, there's some kind of disinfectant that you put in you and the UV rays, which now if you go to the stores, everything has a UV ray for your cell phone and everything like for
Mhm.
groceries and shit like that.
Right. And it was a joke in the first place because he was, hey, how do you get rid? Well, I mean, could you like inject yourself with some kind of cleaner? I mean, it was a joke was happening.
Right.
My is my house.
Oh. But yeah.
Yep.
And Biden
Maybe
said
he-
the Border Patrol endorsed him. No, its union supported the border bill he'd supported, never endorsed him himself. In some of them, he
Right.
said he's the only.
They did not. They actually sent out a tweet that said, for the record, we did not endorse him.
Right. Like immediately.
Right. But yeah. It's ridiculous, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It is.
And they just want you to just move on. Like everything that they told you for 4 years
Well,
is
there's
bullshit.
why do you, I mean, it does make a good point, whichever, I mean, everyone's going to be like, well, yeah, no shit, but there's a reason why they had this debate now and not in October.
Yeah. So they
You
can
do this
choose
now.
somebody.
Yeah, you do this now and you see if he can even do anything. And even if he's looking better the next day, whatever else, and he has to step down. I mean, it's either that or Kamala has to invoke the 25th, which I doubt she's gonna do, because I don't think she's really the only one that can.
No,
or something?
the 25th would have to go through actual Congress.
Okay.
So that would have to be House and Senate. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to get through the Senate no matter what.
Yeah. So they're gonna have to try to figure out something to do. They're gonna have to.
You would have to write up a bill to actually invoke the 25th Amendment to remove the president of the United States. It's not like the vice president. The vice president has to actually initiate the process as going to Congress.
Right.
But other than that, it would have to go through Congress itself. I mean,
Right.
that would have to be a check and balance situation. The executive branch can't check the executive branch.
Right. Well, I mean, but yeah, he's not wanting to step out, so
No, I mean, he's not wanting to do it. They can't really do it. What are they going to do? They can't have Kamala there. Kamala's going to get destroyed.
right. Oh yeah.
She would
absolutely.
do worse than Biden.
Yeah, and I know that they want Newsom in there. I mean, he would be their
But
best
how do
choice.
you overlook Kamala?
Yeah.
You lose the black vote altogether,
'Cause
even though she's not black.
yeah, but most of the Democrats would be like, we don't want that bitch in there because they know she sucks.
I thought the bitch was white.
She's like the most unlikable person next to Hillary.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Pelosi goes before Kamala.
What
for
up?
me.
What up, Tara?
What's going on? But yeah, Pelosi goes, Pelosi's above Kamala. I mean, literally, my biggest complaint is Kamala Harris gave a Hummer to Willie fucking Brown to get her,
Well, yeah.
her
I
political
mean,
career started.
Yeah,
And everybody's like, we want to model our kids after her.
She's
Tom-
barely black. She's Indian. I mean,
she's,
all
She's
the
a
head-
descendant of slave owners.
yeah, but everybody, all the whatchamacallit, she's been everything apparently. If you look at all the headlines, she's the first Indian what's it, AG. She's the first black this. She's the first Native American this. She's the first Asian this. It's like, how the fuck do you have that much? Well, never mind. I was gonna say how much do you have that much in you, but we know she swallowed a lot of cum.
Jeez, all right, let's just go out and say it.
getting right into it.
Well, she did. Why can't I?
Well,
But listen, I think next time we should do it all.
You know,
What? I'm
you
sorry.
remember that TikTok trend of like women tripping over guitars and Arby's roast beef sandwich comes down to play the guitar?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember when Kamala had that. Like somebody would put like superimpose Kamala's face over that woman's face on the video. So it looked like Kamala would do that, and she had just those beef curtains coming down, and everybody knew, she's just like prostituting herself out, you know?
They should have
that was
just
the joke.
done. They should have just done hot ones, and whoever lived can have it. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, that would have been so fucking amazing.
Biden down in the first couple of them.
Where'd it go? Muffin Rando had a great one. When I said I shit my poor Manda, she would have had to watch that. When I said I shit my pants.
But yeah, it's just like the aftermath of all this is incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was that today or is that Monday?
What?
Garland arrested.
No,
Mm,
the inherent contempt hit the floor today.
Okay.
I don't know what happened in that because I was listening to other things, but yeah, Anna Paulina Luna hit the inherent contempt floor today. So
But-
I'll have to check on that to see what's going on.
By the way, somebody uncovered what Biden really looks like.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
God!
Everybody is killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food; it's doubled, and tripled, and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living
The
anymore.
Gollum.
He causes
Yeah.
inflation. I gave him a country with essentially no
Whoa.
Somehow it's actually fucking working though.
Right.
That's the sad part. It almost looks like at first glance that's Biden.
It was, dude. It was so fucking. It was.
Yeah. Right. Those addies are getting to.
It was so
Ooh.
bad last night. Well, let me see if I can. Where is it? Oh,
Okay,
here it is.
so-
Okay.
All right, so the House was not in session today, which is why everything dropped at that point in time. Like how she was able to get it in today. Usually, it takes a process to actually do that. You know, there's a good.
So she
long,
got it.
drawn-out
She
process.
got it in.
She dropped it to the floor today.
So it passed without
No.
a vote. Oh,
No, it goes through the floor. They'll have to set up a time to vote for it. So it'll probably be next week.
it's not gonna make it through. I think that's when you do shit like that. I don't like it. I don't care what fucking side you are. If you do it with that bullshit. By the way, did you see Michigan pass something? Their budget in the middle of the night. Dave Bondi put it out there.
Oh
They
no shit.
passed it, yeah, at 1:30 in the morning, they passed their budget.
Of course. Yeah, we need to have Bondi back on.
Yeah, we
need to
do.
talk to him.
But this is how bad it was last night. By the way, Van Jones cried again. What a fucking petunia.
Is it him and Kensinger gonna fucking start making out and crying together?
God. Kensinger's. I'm gonna try. I'm trying to be nicer and because I feel like I've come off really fucking like everybody's a cunt. So I'm trying.
Well, you're not wrong.
I
Look.
know.
I'm guilty.
I know. But it's just so. It's so fun though. Hold on.
It is.
It is.
Right now, as we speak, there is a deep, a wide, and a very aggressive panic in the Democratic Party.
The panic that I am hearing from Democrats is not like anything that I have heard in this campaign so far.
I think there was a sense of shock, actually, at how he came out at the beginning of this debate.
By the way, out of everybody that's there, I guess it rained.
Why is he wet?
David Axelrod is the only one that's wet. Everybody else is completely. I don't think they like David Axelrod that much. They're like, which one gets the most water? We'll put David there.
Nah, he just slipped in the bathroom, man.
I
That's all
know.
that is.
He had a wide stance. That's why.
Right.
How his voice sounded.
It does.
He seemed a
It
little
doesn't look like
disoriented.
water
There's
stains.
a real
It
concern
looks like
here
something
tonight
else stains.
that there's been some real damage
Yes.
done that cannot be undone.
It involves party strategists, it involves elected officials, it involves fundraisers. And they're having conversations about the president's performance, which they think was dismal, which they think will.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's sweating through his fucking shirt. I think he's sweating through his shirt.
Might be. Maybe it's hot as fuck.
That
out
would
there.
have to go through the shirt and
Oh,
the
well,
jacket.
Yeah.
They are in Hotlanta.
Yeah.
Hurt other people down the party in the ticket, and they're having conversations about what they should do about it. Some of those conversations include, should we go to the White House and ask the president to step aside?
There were going to be discussion about whether he should continue.
Biden's answers were, in a lot of cases, not coherent.
If anybody in America thinks that was even close to being an okay debate by Joe Biden, I'm living in a parallel universe. That was an
Yeah.
unmitigated disaster for President Biden from the second he walked out. to the closing statement.
Was a
This
really
guy seems like a
disappointing
fucking
debate
retard.
performance from Joe Biden. I don't think there's any other way to slice it.
If he's
Sounded
on the
like
ticket,
shit.
I don't know how it's going to work.
There is no two ways about it. That was not a good debate for Joe Biden.
That was painful. I love Joe Biden. I work
That
for
was
Joe
painful.
Biden. He didn't do well at all.
Why are his glasses
He did
sideways?
not do well at all.
I think Joe Biden lost in the
head is
first 3
misshapen.
minutes. I think a lot of voters probably tuned out, and millions of people are having conversations with their families, with their friends, of if the president is up to the task and if he should step aside.
I think there's a lot of people who are going to want to see him consider. taking a
Jesus
different
Christ,
course
the
now.
glasses are right
We're
on, but
still
his head is
far from
turned
our
sideways.
convention, and there is time for this party to figure out a different way forward if he will allow us to do that.
If based on that, in 18 weeks, Donald Trump will be the president-elect.
That was not what we
There you
needed from
go,
Joe
J.K.
Biden, and
Jerome.
it's personally painful
Get that
for a lot of
comment,
people.
baby.
It's not just.
Kind of embarrassing coming from the same people who've propped up, for saying that he's sharp as,
Mhm.
And then immediately they're like, "Nah, he's stupid as fuck. We need to we need to get his ass out of here."
Well,
Right.
here you go. Speaking of that, Jerome,
Don't have ADHD. It's ADD. Wayne Bros.
This
Williams.
version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. And I've known him for years. The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it.
Providing housing for Black Americans and dealing with the segregation that exists among these corporate corporations that collude to keep people out of their houses. With dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if
Gee, that fucking sounded like a fucking break got put on. It's like,
hey, you fucking read my mind. That's what I heard. I heard a fucking break on a wheelbarrow. Like,
right.
And
Oh,
Drum's
man.
just looking at him like,
Yeah,
"The
like,
fuck is happening
the
right
fuck-
now?"
yeah, is this guy breaking down?
my favorite part is when he goes, I don't know what he just said.
Yeah. Oh yeah, play it.
we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you,
Move until we get the total ban
Oh yeah, it's on a different.
on the
I just restarted. No, it still goes.
the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look,
I think one thing Republicans and all Americans should think about what we saw tonight is if you're a partisan Republican, this is not a time for glee. There's no gloating tonight. What we learned in 90 minutes on television is that the president of the United States at least appeared somewhat unwell. And I know we're out here analyzing the politics of it and the machinations of all of it, but he did not look good. He did not sound good. He did not acquit himself well politically or as the leader of the most important country on the face of the planet. We have 7 months to go in his term. We have a shorter period left in this election. I do think he walked into this thing tonight up to about right here in the quicksand.
I love our crap.
And now he's up to here. And I don't know how you get out of it when it's this high and your job approval is 38%. And you already, as Abby pointed out correctly earlier, having trouble with your own base. And now they're in a total panic. But how do you get out of this morass with so little time to go? And they did it. Let me just take the other side of this Kamala Harris debate. It is a fair question to ask right now. What is going on inside the White House?
Well, that's the thing. They asked Kamala Harris, you say you see him every day. How do you explain this? And she just went off into a different subject because it's a twofold question. Either A, she's lying when she says he's sharper than this, or B, she knows that he's not competent enough and somebody else is running this whole fucking show.
Obama.
Like we've been saying for the whole fucking time. We'll get to that. Actually, no, never mind. We'll get to that right now. Speaking of,
You know what makes you know you should never trust Obama is for the fact that they asked him if he would still try to do a third term and all that shit, and he said he wouldn't mind doing it if he could be somebody's earpiece, blah blah. a person who knows what power is really meant for, especially in leadership and shit like that, for a country, would never say anything like that.
No. But I do want to propose a question for you all after we get past this little point here in this about the debate.
Joe Biden tweeted 23 times while he was on stage.
Motherfucker was fast.
23 times.
How the fuck? No. He was on camera most of the time. He looked down just a few times. That motherfucker did not tweet that shit.
Yeah, he did.
There ain't no damn way. 26 times in 90 minutes while he's
Yeah, that's why he didn't know what he was. He couldn't concentrate. He was
he was
then tweeting and come back up.
Now he's selling water, the elixir of life.
Oh Jesus!
Dark Brandon secret sauce. Get real, Jack. It's just water. It's just
zero
like him,
malarkey.
empty inside.
I would love to walk up and just slap that thing out of his fucking hand and get the fuck out of here.
I mean, why do you brand yourself like that?
Yeah,
though?
that's stupid. Well, Trump does too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why do you? Yeah.
Look. Here's the thing, though. There's a difference. I mean, you got pictures of like Trump is, riding on a golden lion or something like that, whatever the fuck that was.
NFTs.
But you got Biden literally trying to paint himself out to be like some kind of evil Terminator motherfucker with the glowing red eyes,
Right.
which is never a good sign, even in anime.
Like an extra chromosome. You just may. You just may. And then pretty soon those head movies will make your eyes rain. Those head movies make my eyes rain.
He can die fast, but he can't talk fast.
All right.
Why is his head so much bigger than his body? Just the extra chromosome, Dutch. The
Yeah.
extra chromosome. So what was your question, Rich?
Turning the
All
fucking
right.
mega mind. All right.
Moral conundrum. Since the media is now starting to tell the truth a little bit, shall we back off with the shit slinging?
No.
No.
Why?
Because it's fun.
Yeah.
I understand.
Because because here's the thing, and we talked about this before on Off Label.
Like an
It's
improper
like an improper God.
That's a thinking man's joke too. I like it. I appreciate that. I like that.
Fucking Q hitting it out of the park today. Because we're in a fucking civil war. We're not in the old revolutionary civil war. We are in a new fucking civil war.
I understand.
Where memes and they were talking about, maybe Trump, Trump beat a dead horse and he beat an old man and just kept kicking a dead body. At this point, I don't give a fuck. I'm so sick and tired of the bullshit lies. Biden brought this on himself. Okay? You're doing this to yourself.
Hold on. I'm not talking about the administration. I'm not talking about government officials. I'm talking about regular everyday motherfuckers.
No
paid, none of those paid shill shit we see all over fucking X either. I'm talking about like people in the reply comments. Shall we calm the fuck down on them now that all this shit is coming out, so that they can say maybe you had a point in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. Are you talking about? Okay, I get what you're saying.
We're not your mirror. You look in the mirror and you ask that question to yourself, sir.
What are you talking, like,
I'm
more on social
asking
media
you
and shit?
guys, should we just pull the fuck back now and stop really being dicks to just random everyday people?
Nah, I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I could try.
Listen, you need to pull back. You need to throttle at least 50 to 75%. The rest of us, we can just still be full bore and still be half as much of a dick as you can be at 4%. Okay, so I would say you pull back, we stay just as full bore, because we haven't told somebody to put their daughter's head in the plastic bag. But anyway, I'm just not gonna.
Yeah, quite a few of them though. Those are the easy ones to trigger.
I mean, it's essentially the same thing.
No. Listen, I don't. If you've gone hard in the paint, yeah, pull back a little. If you haven't gone hard in the paint to where the point where you can still be like, I fucking told you, you just weren't listening. We were telling you this. I was calling you an asshole because you were acting like an asshole.
Right.
You know, then yeah, you're still allowed to call. Once again, you're still allowed to call people assholes for being assholes. But if you want to have civil conversation, we'll have a civil conversation about it. I'm not gonna fucking, you know, if I can get, if you admit to me that you were wrong, you don't have to say sorry. You're like, all you have to say is that you were right. I was fooled. And I'll be like, okay, well, welcome to the Matrix, sir. Welcome to the Matrix, ma'am. Then I will gladly say, welcome in. But if you can't even just admit you were wrong, because I have no problem admitting when I was wrong.
That's the problem with most of it.
Yeah, I have no problem admitting when I was when I'm wrong.
And then you look at him and you say,
everybody knows you never go full retard.
well, don't ever do that again.
Gay!
Noise.
Meme to death anyway. Listen,
Yeah.
I'll meme the fuck out of him.
Oh, you want to? Yeah, let's get.
I mean, memeing's still like no holds barred with that shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's
Those
just the
great.
funnier the better. You know, that kind of situation. That's comedy.
Here you go.
Keep it way! Keep it way!
I said he doesn't want pickles.
I told you he's allergic to nuts. That's for Kamala. You fucks.
Oh, shit's great.
Why is she though? I mean, I that is not a phase for the speech she was making at that point in time. You know,
Right? She looks like she's the female Alice Cooper. She kind of looks like Alice Cooper. I don't know. I always thought she has.
I used to think Avengers was a dish best served cold, but I've since learned it's just getting your own back. Yeah, Norm Macdonald.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a parade and saw these two guys. Their sons are gay. My son is so proud. What are you so proud of? He takes a lot of dick. My God, Johnny, takes dick takes it in his mouth and his ass. So proud of him. Fucking miss Norm Macdonald. Norm Macdonald. I didn't appreciate Norm Macdonald till I got older in life.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're younger, you're just like, what are you talking about? And then as you get older, you're like, fucking Norm was just on a different level.
Oh yeah, he's like super dry, just straight dry ass delivery, and it's usually fairly offensive.
Barely offensive. What happened here? What the fuck?
What?
Something went wrong with one of the posts.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I think
What did you do?
one of the posts just got deleted. The one
What
that was
post?
about to, I don't know.
Oh,
One of the fucking posts just got deleted, I think.
well, let's go ahead and let's share this. Let's show Joe behind.
Oh, I remember fucking Super Dave. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, let's show Joe behind Jill today.
Here in North Carolina and across America, who are working in the middle class. The moms who worry that their daughter, I saw in him
Oh man.
in the
Now he's
same
fucking
character
surprised
that I
that she's
see in
even
him
there.
today.
Yeah.
And even though he has faced unimaginable tragedy,
I can't. Like, I want to know what he's thinking of right now. Like, real bad.
Who the fuck is the woman talking?
Yeah. Do you see him look away? He's like, "Where am
She adores me. Who the fuck is this?
Is that hot blonde my daughter?
Like, to me, he like looks scared. Like,
his hope is undeterred. I saw
Did she say undeterred?
Yes.
Did she say undeterred?
yeah, underturd. There you go.
I saw in him then the same character that I see in him today. And even though he has
Gollum?
faced unimaginable tragedies, his optimism is undaunted. Here in North Carolina,
Where was that at? Hold on. I want to hear the underturd.
I think it was about
Hope
20.
is
There it is.
unshakable. His hope is undeterred.
Underturd.
His
I want
hope is
that-
undeterred.
I want that on my fucking soundboard.
Right? It does look. It looks like he's taking a totally taking.
Yeah.
A shit. He's like, oh man, this is not good.
Oh my God, she said undeterred.
He
For
looks
all-
like he's crying right now because he realizes that Ashley Biden is too old.
Dude, and it's so fucking weird. Every time he sees a little kid, he runs to it. He's got that look at the guy in the old folks home who's about to fucking try to assault one of the orderlies.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
He's
my
got
God.
that look like
Mm-hmm.
I can grab it. I can grab it. It's right there.
I could kill this bitch right now.
Wasn't there a certain accident that happened to my last wife? I wonder how I can make it happen in front of everybody and they believe it.
Right.
I'm too old. They wouldn't believe.
Underturd is here.
We should give that idea to Seamus.
Oh, we should. But look, this is
Just turn Biden into
there's just so
Underturd.
much. There's just so
That'd
much
be
shit
awesome.
from today. Look, and
Yeah.
and I heard some guy. This guy that was on fucking Piers Morgan today was just like, I would vote for. I'm gay, so I don't have a wife and I'm single. But I would hope that if I was straight, my wife would be there with me and not be somewhere else. And Piers is like, his wife had to help him off fucking stage, and he was like, I just love Joe. Joe's the greatest. Watch this super deep fake.
He just strolls off. He's like, yeah.
I'm out.
This motherfucker.
I love the music.
He's like, that's a stare. There we go. Okay. All right.
They had to show him where the fucking step was.
And who can say you love rose as your heart shows only
While other networks lie to you about what's happening now, InfoWars tells you the truth about what's happening next.
Give poor Alex Jones a little. That's another thing, man. Fucking Alex Jones. A lot of people made a good point. They're not mad at the shooter from Sandy Hook as mad as they are at Alex fucking Jones, who just had questions.
Right.
That's it.
I
All
mean,
Alex Jones-
it is that ridiculous. You are correct.
They're not mad at the shooter. They're trying to take Alex Jones's livelihood because he was like, well, maybe it wasn't it wasn't real. It was a covert operation, and that's all he said. And oh, they were fake. They weren't real. And they want to take his whole life down but yet you have news networks that will lie to you on a constant basis. And now that Joe Biden, the world saw Joe Biden for who he is, and they're like, well, hey. Can we have news amnesty now? We're sorry for lying to you. Fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you. You guys are fucking. It's just. Thank you, Jerome. I appreciate that. It's sickening. It's sickening that listen. Alex Jones is Alex Jones, and he does what he does. But
If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna take Alex Jones off, you need to rip down Brian Stelter. You need to rip down Chris Cuomo. You need to go after Don Lemon. You need to go after Rachel Maddow, Caitlin Collins. You need to go after everybody. The only one who I've seen that hasn't been doing that shit slinging and playing all that damn game is Tucker Carlson.
For the
Any
most,
other
yeah.
face is always just like just shit slinging and doing that. All right. So if you're going after that just because they pose a question that's That's insane, honestly. It was an insane question. It was an insane kind of rabbit hole for him to dive down to sit there and say that it was a psyop and it was all fake. Yes, it was insane to try to go that far with it. But to try to take the man's livelihood for doing it?
It's bullshit, yeah. You should be able to just say whatever the fuck you want. Who cares if someone gets offended, to be honest.
But everybody also is having a fucking meltdown today because everybody wanted the news to fact check him as he was going. CNN Keith Olbermann with dude, I can't. I don't understand how Keith Olbermann.
What is that dick suck saying?
Oh, he's saying that CNN should have fact checked him and everybody should be out of the CNN building and they should burn it down. I mean, I don't think he's wrong, but
I mean, I will back that.
Yeah,
but not for your reasons, sir.
Yeah. Exactly.
See, this is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying. It's a means to a same. It's two means to the same end.
Like the horseshoe theory that I came up with. That I said.
If we pull the fuck back, we all get what we want for different fucking reasons.
Yeah, maybe.
And you can take those little sneaky, underhanded fucking shots that they do all the time. You know, well, the I told you so. That kind of thing, or we warned you, that kind of thing. But then you actually have a conversation. Don't be like me and just go, you're a stupid ass, worthless piece of shit. You know?
Now I know
Unless it's one of those fucking figures.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start being nice to him for a while and then be like, oh, well, but I want you to use my pronouns. Get the fuck out of here.
Now I know you're not American.
Be like, look, that's the line we're drawing at this point in time. No. I'm not going to play into a delusion. You just came out of one. Let me not feed another.
By the way, do we know that Biden got all the questions beforehand? No, they just let us know that.
Oh, yeah.
Practices with the mics. He knows every one of these questions is coming. And yet he couldn't fill the time. He practices with the mics. He knows every one of these questions is coming. And yet he couldn't fill the time.
I said, well, now that I listened to it, she said he knows that these questions are coming.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily saying he knows what the questions are.
No. He knows there are questions coming at him. It's a debate. Yes.
Yeah.
He knows that the questions are coming.
But he was very prepared. So, like, for exactly what, well, he was prepared. He didn't do a good job.
Dude,
but he was like right on top of trying to answer. So I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he got the questions beforehand.
Yeah, he was gone for a fucking week.
Hold on, there was one point in that, I don't know if anybody caught it, but there was one point in that where, you know, that rebuttal stage that they were doing, right? Where Trump had brought up something, and he's just like, well, I don't know, and then goes on to it was a point that made no sense to the conversation at hand. It was like he just defaulted to whatever he practiced for that moment, because they were probably like, well, he's going to say this, and he didn't say it. He didn't bring up any point. He brought up something different, and Biden didn't know how to respond, and it's almost like the dude just like defaulted to his talking point. You know, there were a few times where I felt like that was a thing, and I wanted to call it out, but everybody was just like, shut the fuck up. Just let
we kind of needed to be quiet.
Yeah, we were a little bit loud and going off at the beginning, but
yeah, we did that.
Yeah, listen, it was our first network debate, so next time we know. What do you want me to drop a link for, Mike?
Drop a link for.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure.
By the way, nice melons.
That's what he was thinking while Jill was up there.
I do support fracking. And
I gotta add it.
I support fracking, and I stand, and I do support fracking.
And I stand.
But
I love that little dude. That was the biggest kick in the nuts that night. We put all that work into that. I put all that work into that fucking video. And then as we were live, my computer just fucking shuts down and restarts for no damn reason.
Ooh.
And it cut the whole debate. It cut the debate literally in half.
That's
you know, and I was just like, "Fuck," because it was good. Everybody was going off in the chat. Everybody was enjoying it, and then it just my computer restarted.
It's like, Fuck you.
Right. And I was pissed.
Well, I saw this today, and I was like, "This is a great take from someone overseas." Speaking of limeys,
I am going to watch a presidential debate. I have never seen one before, but my girlfriend is from the US of so it is important for me to know about the culture of the country that I might potentially be living in one day.
26th president of the United States, Joe Biden.
Oh, he's not walking well.
Donald Trump.
I mean, neither of them are walking well, to be honest with you, at this point. Oh, it's like a battle of the Titans. This is exciting.
With the COVID, with dealing with look,
Oh, spit it out, Joe.
beat Medicare.
What's Medicare?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death. Since
Oh my
Beat it to death.
The total initiative. President Trump.
I really don't know what he said.
I went to the World War II cemetery, World War I cemetery, and he told me, he said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker.
Is it normally this personal? I feel like over here, we're like, you point your finger at me. A scone recipe you gave last week was atrocious. That's kind of what we're like. This is mental.
Molesting a woman in public for doing also the porn star on the night while your wife was pregnant. What are you talking about?
Your answer? I didn't have sex with a porn star.
I didn't have sex with a porn star. It was just oral.
You can't hit a ball 50 yards.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest now.
They're talking about golf. If the people that were going to guide my country just started going, well, your golf game's shit. No, it's not. Oh, no, it is. I've seen your swing. It's terrible. They're not talking about like, we're going to cut taxes, we're going to help the people, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. No, golf swing, baby.
Vice President down to a 6.
Biden got down to a 6 handicap. I mean, game recognizes game.
by the way, did you hear what he said, right? He got his golf handicap to a 6 while he was vice fucking president.
Right.
They
Yeah, I
did
don't think
nothing but talk about how much golf Trump played and Bush and all. Biden got his handicap down to a 6 while he was the second in command of the United States of America, and he played so much golf, he got his game down to a 6.
Yeah, wouldn't you think that's kind of a problem? Because you're not on the PGA, homie. Why?
Here's the fucked up thing. Did he use Trump's golf course?
Probably.
Said he has 6 handicaps. Yes, that's yes. No, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. That is correct.
6 extra chromosomes too.
Oh, that's great.
Game, bro. Fair play.
I'm happy to play golf. You can carry your own bags.
Let's not act like children. President Trump, we're going to let's not act like children.
A lot to discuss here. Number one, did Joe Biden really play off 6? I'm picking after watching that who I think should be president. Trump, man. Granted, I don't think Joe Biden's actually doing much. Is he? Is he? Oh my God, I'm probably opening up a whole can of worms here. He's stumbling, he's stuttering. Nervous for you guys. I'm nervous for everyone. You are a powerhouse. You pretty much decide how the world thinks. Hey, what are you thinking about? Taxes? Don't you dare think about taxes. Pizza party. If I could vote, oh no, no, because this is the thing. If you vote for Trump, it means that you're all these other things that are quite negative. You believe in this, you believe in that. I don't know. You guys are in an impossible situation. Ooh, good luck.
He's not wrong.
No.
Yeah.
He's not. He's like, is it always this personal? We just go, your scone recipe is garbage. But it's
he's talking about politics or whatever. Like he's like, no, but these guys are like, yeah, I've seen your golf swing. It's shit.
And then Trump was on the golf course today going, you think Joe could hit it like that? I don't think so.
Bring up that comment from J.K. Jerome.
The
last one.
I don't understand why Trump didn't bring up how Biden's son sits on the board of a Ukrainian company that has gas shale drilling rights to the Black Sea, where certain topics banned. No, it was they weren't banned really. They were trying. I think, and I said it last night. Like, I think without the crowd, he had nobody to play off of. So without without the crowd just yelling things out, he kind of stayed on topic a little bit, except for some things he kind of went off, but he kind of stayed with the same, like Joe would say something and then he'd rebut. And I honestly think, if we did a timer, they gave Trump a lot more time. They were
I
trying
think
to
so
get
too.
Trump to say some wild shit, and he didn't. And they kind of they regretted it.
Maybe that's why Biden had that scared, lost look, because he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Right. And I also think with all of that, that's what kind of kept Trump a little more reserved. He didn't really go at him. Even whenever he said that line, like, I didn't even understand what he was saying. He probably doesn't even understand what he was saying himself. He just said it very, like, just off the cuff, kept going with it. It wasn't like real condescending at him, but it was like the way that he did it. It was smooth and nice. That's pretty much how he was most of the night.
Whole night.
And that's the way he needed to be.
Yeah.
Like I said, look, for something that I've been actually arguing for a long time, for the most part, Trump did. He was just going after the policies. He was talking about what he wants to do, what's Joe Biden doing. He wasn't shit-slinging so much. I mean, he tried to pull it back and stay on point.
Very much so.
So I got to give him props for that, too.
And I have to give props to CNN. I hate that I have to say that, but the way they did it, I fucking loved it. There was no, Mr. President, Mr. Former President Trump, no interruptions. Let them talk. And that's the way it fucking should be. Let them talk and let the people, us, make up our own fucking minds. If people want to believe the deranged shit Joe Biden wants to say, let him believe it. If people want to believe the deranged shit Trump said, let him believe it. That's what the free fucking society is about. Not the news coming in and telling you what to think. No, that's not right. And then making up whatever the fuck they want to make up. No, shut up. Go ahead, let them talk, and then report the news. But it's not news anymore. We all know this. All the news, quote unquote, is just opinionated bullshit.
And what allowed the opinionated bullshit?
Huh?
What allowed the
I'll be
opinionated
VP.
bullshit?
What do you mean?
The Smith-Mundt Act.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But no, it's just, you're correct with that. And I will say this, the only thing that I can say I have any kind of quarrels with as far as CNN and how that was handled was the way Jake Tapper framed some of the questioning. Especially with talking about the black unemployment rate and things like that. He kind of framed it as a way to point it in a negative racial term.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got to give it to CNN on that one. They did great.
Mhm.
Dana Bash was excellent. She really was. She framed the questions perfectly. They were on point. They were unbiased. Tapper framed some of his in just a negative light for some things.
He really undercut some shit too, though. Like on the inflation stuff for food wise and everything. He was like, he said from 100 to 120, like it only raised by 20%. You sure about that, bro?
Right.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
think so.
You think they had like something under their chair to like fucking hold them back every time they wanted to say something? Like Dana Bash like pinched her clit and fucking Jake Tapper pinched his helmet. He was like, no.
No.
Shut
See,
up.
what this was is they took a big steel rod in the piston under their seat, and there was a button in the control room. You get out of control, this is going in your ass.
Because there is a new president at CNN, and they're talking about the I forget where I heard it this morning, but they were kind of talking about how they're trying to get out of the CNN kind of way because it's not lucrative anymore. They have a last Friday night, I think they said 2-3 Friday nights ago in the 25 to 50 demographic, they had 49,000.
Mm-hmm.
On a Friday night.
500,000 the entire week for prime time in key demographic.
And 400,000 was over 60.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not getting what they used to get.
No. The 500,000 was key demographic.
Which
there
is
was
what?
another 400,000 that were over the 60 age. Like key demographic is what is it?
25
25 to 52.
Yeah.
500,000 throughout that entire week from key demographic. And then, like you said, there was another 400,000 that were over 60 the entire week. Like, they're not making 500,000 viewers a week. I mean,
less than a
you'd
million
not be on
people
air.
a week.
You'd not be on air, but that's key demographic. Those are your voter base.
Right.
Less than a million people in 1 week.
That's terrible.
As much as I hate Fox News and MSNBC, they kind of do that almost nightly at least.
Yeah.
I mean, Fox News does that with like 1 or 2 shows.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Tucker slams that every episode he puts out.
Yeah.
Right. And you also got Tim Pool out there, who's getting 40, 50, 60, 70,000 people an episode every night. Yeah, it may be a little bit less in viewership, but his key demographic is almost 92%. 92% of ages 25 to 52 are watching him. That's his audience.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the key demographic.
Yeah, Trump gained 6 million followers his first day on TikTok. That was crazy.
Yeah, he did. And Biden's HQ thing, Biden-Harris HQ or
Mhm.
something, only got like 325,000.
Yeah, it was something ridiculously low.
Hey, Mike, give us a shout out at businesspartynetwork@gmail.com. Send us your information and we'll check it out, and maybe we can't just bring you up. It's not a TikTok live. It's a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, give us a shout. businesspartynetwork@gmail.com, and maybe we'll bring you up. We like talking to just normal everyday people.
That we got a few different shows and everything
Yeah.
rolling off. Off label has pulled from the audience. Dude, come talk.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody out there wants to talk, hit us up. Let's go. Even if you don't think like us, if you can have a conversation where you're not taking like sneaky, underhanded, you're an idiot kind of conversations, if we can have that conversation, I'm up for it. But
if you start,
I just want you
getting
to
out of hand, we'll just remove you. It's not a problem.
Right. But I mean, for me, it's just that sneaky, underhanded kind of thing when somebody says, basically in the background, you're an idiot for believing this just because.
Yeah, Dutch.
Especially when you come up with new information is thrown at you that you've never come across, then you don't process that or just try to write it off just because. Like, I have a problem with that because that is willful stupidity,
And you don't want you'll hear Rich go on a half-hour rant.
Oh, there.
Yeah, like I said, give us a shout out, businesspartynetwork@gmail.com. Let us know your info, a little bit about yourself. And we don't have a problem having you up. This is not like a TikTok live. We can't just click you on and you come on up type of thing. But yeah, Dutch, we've been trying to have you on for a while. I think your days off Friday, I think, or are you watching from work? But now that we're on almost 7 days a fucking week, it's a lot easier.
At least somebody's on, you know?
Somebody will always be on. Yeah, I don't know a lot, but I know a lot about the oil field. Yeah, Q,
Hell yeah.
Q's an oil worker.
Hey, hold on.
Nice. That's cool.
Hold on. Can we actually like hook up Mike with Ryan? I think they could have a damn good conversation.
Yeah. Well,
Ex-military with ex-police?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ryan with Choices Not Chances. That'd be a great time.
I mean, let's make that happen too then.
Friday through Sunday. Perfect. Dutch can finally come on. It's only been like 3 years since
I know, right?
Yeah, I'll come on. No, Dutch, you available Wednesdays? No, I got to work.
But we got a lot of things going on with everything here, and we like I said, we're slow rolling this out. None of this is really ready. We started with the presidential debate from the Business Party Network channel, and for your first real live on a channel like that, I haven't looked at it lately, but we got some good hits. Like we were nobody, even on YouTube and Rumble. It's the first time that channel has ever gone live. Anybody's ever heard really anything about it, and we still got some good hits on them. So,
and speaking of anyone that's watching that's on Rich's channel and stuff that isn't following us, Business Party Podcast, follow us over there on Rumble or YouTube or Twitch or X. Any of those if you want.
I'll pull that up and I'll send the link into the chat for everybody too. Do we still have that 300 follower bet?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
You want to go ahead and say what that is, Davey?
No, not at all. I don't want to, but I will. If and when we hit 300 subscribers on any of our channels, I will change my name on all my social media to Simple Davey. Our buddy Andrew Jameson, who just recorded 19 songs with a cover song, coming out with an album in the middle of next month. If you have not followed him on Spotify, please do so. Andrew Jameson, AndrewJamison. Andrew Jameson, give him a follow on Spotify. He's a great artist. And yeah, so I talked about how I didn't know super glue used to be for or is still for putting codifying your or whatever
Suturing a wound.
suturing a wound. And I panicked when I got I got my fingers stuck with super glue. And Andrew said that your name is Simple Davey. And then we came up with the fact that if we got 300 subscribers on any one of our channels, I would have to change my name to Simple Davey on all my social medias instead of Troublemaker Davey.
And where are we at on YouTube now? How many?
I just closed it. Oh, it's right here. 262.
Oh my God!
You're
I didn't
38
know we were
away.
that much closer.
You're
Come
38
on,
away.
38 more.
No, but I mean that was hilarious, and I did kind of just come off the back of that. That was I want it to happen because it'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, Muffin Rando like Simple
Yeah,
Jack.
it doesn't work as good. Like, they kind of diluted it and shit. It doesn't work quite as good as it used to.
You do realize super glue was supposed to be like for stitching wounds together.
Yeah,
right?
in World War II and shit is when they made it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what it was for. That's what it was made for, to suture like
You know that-
superficial wounds.
One day, some guy at my job was just like he slipped on ice and like split his hand open, and he still came to work. He's like, "Yeah, I just split my hand open, but I just super glued it." And I went, "You did what?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I just put super glue on it." I was like,
"Huh?"
Yeah, I mean,
that's
you
what
have
it's
to put a
made for.
massive amount. You don't put it right in the
Oh,
wound.
yeah.
You just kind of close it together and kind of cover it.
I was
but-
like, "Well," and he was like, "That's what it's made for." You didn't know that? I go, "No, I had no idea." That was like 10 years ago.
yeah, it was actually a medical product, and they're like,
8
"Hey,
years
this glue's metal to metal. Let's go."
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see what else. What else do we got here? Oh man, this is my fucking favorite. This fat fuck, and I call you a fat fuck because you're a fat fuck. This fat fuck, finally, and
Chunk yogurt.
He's been saying it for a little while, but I think it's a ruse. He still wants him to win, but
And the whole time the split screen is killing Biden. Yep. Because he's got his mouth open, he looks confused, doesn't know where he is. He's lost his train of thought at least twice in like disastrous shape. Those are going to be played 1 billion times in viral video after viral video.
Yep.
An epic disaster. I see people online saying, "Well, okay, that answer wasn't so bad."
By the way, I want y'all to understand what his
particular
background
answer
is right now.
yeah, a house on fire.
What house?
Is that the
Is
White
it the
House?
White House?
Or is that the church?
It's not the White House.
Whose house?
Let me see if I can find it. I
Doesn't
don't
matter
know.
at
Hold on.
all. This thing is over. He
Reichstag?
looks like
What's that?
Is it a German
It
fire?
is. It fucking is. Hold on, what?
Hitler's false.
flag.
No, I was actually thinking it was no. Look at this. This is
Nope, there you go.
White House Rose Garden, the peak. Go back to your screen.
Right, in a way, it kind of looked like it.
That's the left side. Go back to mine. The corner.
Yeah.
He's got his background set as the White House on fucking fire.
I mean, there's a double-edged sword with that, okay? Because he's saying the White House is on fire because of Joe Biden, but also
May
one of them-
29th.
it's one of them dog whistles that they always talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them dog whistles where they're trying to tell people, "Hey, look, the White House is on fire. Hey, look at that."
It's like he's barely. I don't mean the debate, I mean life. And so there's no person that has a single brain cell left in their head who thinks that Joe Biden is the best candidate to take on Donald Trump. You would have to be even crazier than Donald Trump to think that. This thing is over. I'll guarantee you this. I would bet show me a Democratic politician and I will bet them any amount of money that Joe Biden's going to lose this election if he's the candidate. It's a guaranteed loss. You're telling me this is the most important election of our lifetimes? You're telling me that democracy's on the line and you're going to put on a guy who can't even talk, who can't even sit there and look normal. This thing's a bloodbath. He's going to get in.
Wait,
whoa.
This motherfucker said it's
It's
a
like
bloodbath.
that Leonardo DiCaprio from fucking.
I like that. I like that. Like he sits down and puts his headphones on, and we're just like, wow. He's like, the fuck?
Thing's a bloodbath. He's going to get annihilated. That is okay. Now the Democrats have to decide: are they happy to lose? Are they willing to lose?
What's up,
'Cause
Joseph?
This is a guaranteed loss.
This is so much worse than my worst nightmares of what it could be like in every way.
Are you talking about
the
me or
visual
him?
stuff is obvious. The staring off, the looking down, it looks terrible. His voice is so utterly weak and feeble.
That's the White House.
Yeah.
Does this guy have purple hair?
Yes, he does.
God damn it.
Yes, he does.
That is the fucking White House. If you want to go back to my screen again,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
the corner the quarter windows, that balcony, the spacing in between, that is the fucking White House. The view from the fucking Rose Garden.
And honestly, like that immediately hits you when you see him. But what he says and what he doesn't say on the most important core issues of the election are even worse. Trump won on abortion in the debate. Trump comes out of the January 6th stuff looking fine. He comes out of the criminal conviction stuff looking fine. Joe Biden looks worse on democracy after that. He looks worse on criminality after that.
Not
that
wrong.
was on TYT, by the way.
The young turds.
I fucking couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I saw that. I was.
Like I said, maybe we need to pull back on normies.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to, because if they're sitting there spitting that shit, what are they going to do? These people are going to RFK, maybe? Maybe the next one could be RFK, but I mean, what are you going to do? You literally going to throw your weight behind Kamala Harris or Gavin Newsom, who took his state from a $26 billion surplus to damn near $100 billion in debt? Is that what you're looking at? And you think he's going to do good for the country economically when he took one fucking state who used to have the best economy in the United States of America? You took that one fucking state to having a surplus of money and the citizens were okay to being in fucking debt damn near $100 billion in just a few years.
Wait. How much did they have when he walked in the door?
26 billion.
How much do they have now?
Last time I saw it was 73 million in debt, or 73 billion in debt.
He took $100 billion from people in California, and they think this goofy-headed fuck is gonna be the next president.
Hold on. This motherfucker spent like, what was it, $250 million
looks like
or
he's
something
crying.
on a one-stall bathroom. Go ahead.
He loves Joe Biden. By the way, Adam Carolla, my new hero.
Oh, he was fucking yeah. That shit was- I
Adam
watched
Carolla
it.
here.
Yeah.
Governor, why did you shut the beaches in California during COVID?
Yeah, I think we all were working on information at the time. We had no basis of deeply understanding the virus. I think they
So
did
you
the same
didn't know
thing. I know they
anything,
did the
so
same
why'd
thing
you
in
shut the beaches?
States like Florida.
If you didn't know anything, why'd you shut the beaches?
Well, we didn't know. Yeah, because people were concerned early in the pandemic. Information was coming out as it relates to how it was transferred, the disease. And people were cautious, trying to keep people alive. And I should say this,
So you
Adam,
didn't
should
let
know
them
this
go
on
in the
health, wealth, and
sunshine and get
education.
vitamin
California
D and
outperformed.
exercise, so you shut the beaches. Okay. And you arrested a guy who was paddleboarding in the bay.
On health, wealth, and
Yeah, any
It's always
science
good to see
behind
Adam,
that?
and,
Any science
we're
at
all
all behind
geniuses in
shutting outdoor
hindsight.
dining? Why'd you
We're all
shut
di-
down outdoor dining?
Go ahead, go.
Science?
It's good
You-
to see
on this-
Adam.
based
And
on
so,
science
look,
you
at the
didn't
end of
have?
the day, the debate tonight.
It's not a debate. You shut
I'm
down
looking
outdoor
forward to the
dining.
debate,
You canceled
compare and
businesses.
contrast
Had nothing to
tonight.
do with science.
All right, let him finish.
Keep lying. All right, go ahead.
All this happened in the.
That's what you want back. This is what the Democrats want back. The same
Right.
fucking bullshit we had for so many years that everybody was sick and tired of. And now that we have somebody who talks just like a fucking normal person who like a quarter of the population hates. Let's get it right. About a quarter to a third, maybe a third.
Yeah, it's
Now you want
dwindling.
this, and now you want another one. Well, you know, the science, go fuck your science. Go fuck you. Fuck your state. Fuck your science. Fuck everything about you. Fuck all the way off. And now that fucking turd's fat fuck's nephew is talking about having I'm trying to see. They tried to kidnap her. She shut down all the Walmarts. She said you couldn't
Stretch
buy.
and Gretchen.
Oh yeah, that's right. They want her.
Mhm.
They're talking about her possibly as being another.
That's
one.
crazy. No way.
Let's not forget the Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot. There was 2/3 of the people involved in that were fucking feds. And the two people that went to fucking jail had a mistrial, and in the new trial couldn't bring up the fact that there were feds that set that shit up.
Like, wait, who are they trying to find?
Oh yeah, the bitch.
Gretchen Gretchen. Yeah, the guy is straight out of American Psycho. He really is. He's like I call him like Temu Bradley Cooper though, because he's not quite there.
I listen. You're just take the L. I'm sorry. The Democrats are just gonna have to take the L. And
I mean, look, you got Cory Bush on the way out. Jamal Bowman's gone. Somehow AOC sneak the fuck through.
But you know what? If Tina Forte fucking takes it from her, it's a long shot, but so is fucking AOC. AOC was a long shot too. And she got in.
All right. New York. I got a challenge for you. Bring me full camera real quick.
Hold on.
New York. I got a challenge for you. Let's be honest. You got Jews crawling out of your sewers. That happened. You got roving gangs of four-wheelers going through your streets, speeding through the stoplights and everything. You got people on your subways going in there pissing and shitting and raping and killing people. But yet when somebody tries to stand up for you in a situation like that, you want to throw them in jail. You all make no sense. However, you're starting to come around. You're starting to understand, and you have a shot here. You have so much of the corruption you see that you're starting to catch on to, that you're starting to look at, does come from your state. Look at your reps involved. Dan Goldman, AOC, Jamal Bowman, Jerry fucking Nadler. You want
Hold
to
on, Rich.
complain about? Okay, go ahead.
Rich, hold on here. You want to address this?
I still don't understand the sewer Jews.
I have to find it.
That's hilarious.
Bring it all back. Bring it all back. Hold on. Bring the cameras back and everything.
Sewer Jews. Teenage Jewish sewer turtle.
I put Jews in the and Woods came out. Dear Jews, I found the Nazis. They whoa, these are some wild Twitter names.
Just type in like Jews in the sewer. No, but let me go ahead and preface when he finds this. I want you to understand that at that point in time, there was a lot of people that were tweeting out things in New York City like, I hear people under my fucking floor and I live on the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
I hear drilling. I hear talking. I hear shit all over the place. What is going on? Did you find it? Yep.
Yep, there we go.
Here you go, Jerome.
Yeah, they were fucking like pulling mattresses and shit out of the inside of that place too.
But
when they first busted them.
I forgot what that was about. What was it
Earthly
about?
photos of
I don't even
subterranean
remember.
portals were allegedly hordes of sewer Jews materialized from.
This is like a crazy fucking a crazy fucking movie where these like they took over these hordes of sewer Jews coming out of nowhere.
Early reports suggest these portals were made of plasma particles, but with these new images, it appears that the portals are now made of moist fecal matter. NYPD are unable to seal the tombs, but cement trucks about auto loans have all of a sudden 300% increase. So yeah, these were.
It's like dun 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 dun. Breaking news tonight: we have hordes of sewer Jews ravaging the city.
Old Hasidic sewer Jews. Old Hasidic sewer Jews.
It's the wildest shit. It's
Heroes in a black cap. Jewel.
Dreidel power.
Dreidel power. That was so much better.
Dreidel power.
Son of a.
I tried to mute. I did the finger mute thing. It didn't work. Oh god, that was fucking hilarious.
Finger me thing? What?
Sewer Jews.
Oh my god.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, but he lost because Trump, by the way, Trump said last night that they want 9-month abortions, right? And they try to fact check him. They said, no, that's not what he's there's nobody, I think Shank said, there's nobody that wants that. Nobody's ever said that. Oh yeah? Let's bring you back.
So how late in the third trimester would you be able to do that?
You know, it's very unfortunate that our physicians, witnesses, were not able to attend today to speak specifically.
No, I'm talking about your bill. How
but I
late?
mean-
How late in the third trimester could a physician perform an abortion if he indicated it would impair the mental health of the woman?
Or physical health.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm talking about the mental health.
So, I mean, through the third trimester. The third trimester goes all the way up to 40 weeks.
Okay, but to the end of the third trimester.
Yep, I don't think we have a limit in the bill.
So,
Give me that shit. Just send that link in the private chat.
where it's obvious that a woman is about to give birth, she has physical signs of.
By the way, birth goes between 37 and 40 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying up to 40 weeks. So 37 to 40. So if she has it at 37, she still has another 3 weeks to get rid of it if she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me if you're going to get rid of a baby at fucking 37 weeks, you're not going to fucking think about it at 40 weeks. I don't want to hear that bullshit nonsense. My child is, 28 weeks today, and I can see her move every fucking day. And you want to tell me that's not a person? That's just, it's mother.
That she is about to give a birth. Would that still be a point at which she could request an abortion if she was so certified? She's dilating.
Mr. Chairman, that would be a decision that the doctor, the physician, and the woman
I
would make
understand
at
that. I'm asking
point.
if your bill allows that.
My bill would allow that, yes.
Give me that fucking
Like they
link.
can't ever just answer right away. Like and then
Give me
finally
that. No, hold on. Give me that link beforehand.
Hold on. Copy. Paste. Send.
The first one.
Mazel Tov has the sewer juice
Yeah.
name.
And this I think they would know sewers have bad gases in it. There's know a lot about bad gas. Woo!
I mean, you got Nadler
right.
up there who said the term anti-Semitic needs to be nebulous and changing.
By the way, I knew I loved Amanda when she said, when she called seltzer water German gas water. And she's like, hey, you know the Germans came up with seltzer water? I was like, no. She's like, yeah, it's German gas water. And I was like, I love you. I'm going to put a baby in you one day because we need to match DNA. But
Jewish gas. Well, I'm calling it from now on.
I have. And here's Ralph Northam agreeing.
Like, let me get a vodka and Jewish gas water.
Please do that in Indianapolis.
All right.
That'd be great. You know what? If we go out in Tennessee, I'm gonna ask for a vodka and German gas water.
If a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mother. So I think this was, if a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly.
By the way, isn't one of these that one of the people that supposedly Trump called to find votes? Ralph Northam in Virginia or something like that?
I don't know.
Or was that Asperger's guy? I know it was the Asperger's guy.
Elon?
Yeah. What? But yeah, no, they went and tried to, and I can see it both ways. I really do. Where Trump will say the most outlandish shit, and people know that he's joking, but that's the thing about it is like one side's allowed to joke about it. The other side's not. You know, one side's allowed to have gaffes and the other side's not. And it's like, dude, make up your fucking mind. Either because I've seen that all day too. Oh, Trump had a lot of gaffes and Trump was stuttering and he couldn't mince words and Joe was this and they're trying to go like, okay, they're both in their fucking 80s.
I agree.
But here is the problem, J.K. Jerome. These extreme exceptions you're talking about are the ones going in your bill from left and right to determine how you live. Let's not get it mistaken.
Well, that's why. But to be honest, it's kind of like it's the distraction.
Let's not get
Those things that are
mistaken. When they were
fucked is-
trying to impeach Joe Biden, they went through that whole contempt or the impeachment hearing and everything. They tried to remove Section 6 of that whole bill. Section 6 in that whole bill says, hey, you know these two motherfuckers that you said were so fucking credible we can't let you talk to them? Yeah, we get to talk to them. They tried to remove that entire section in the House rules. Remember that shit.
Speaking of I want to, Thomas Massey is one of my favorite people in
he's
in Congress.
him and Chip Roy are pretty much the only ones that I really like in the government period.
I'll
to be
say
honest.
this. I love the way Thomas Massey, he's like me. And I'm surprised Thomas Massey didn't catch the whole high crimes and misdemeanors debate. I am fucking surprised. But he's like me. He takes it to the basic fucking level first and works off that.
But solemn day. Rest in peace, Mrs. Massey.
We were all saddened to learn today of the passing of the spouse of one of our members, Thomas Massey, the gentleman from Kentucky. His wife, Rhonda, of many years, they were childhood sweethearts. She suddenly passed away yesterday. Mr. Massey had to drive home to Kentucky and be home with his family, which is where he is today. I would ask everybody in the chamber and everybody around the complex to please rise and observe a moment of silence and offer your prayers and thoughts and condolences for our good friend from Kentucky.
Pause it for a second. Go back a second and pause it.
We're taking a moment of silence because we like this guy.
I know. But I want to bring up a very disrespectful fucking point. The woman in the right there, the woman in the blue dress, curly hair, as Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
She's just staring.
Mm-hmm.
Those two old men are just staring and waiting.
Those two?
Mm-hmm. Everybody else, head bowed.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's
they don't
pulling a
care.
Beavis on the fucking right side there. What the fuck is going on with that dude? Is he like holding his jacket?
Which one? That one?
No, the dude on the right side of the screen. Like
That one?
far right, third row. No. Still go right. Go. That might be your right. Fine, left. That dude. He's pulling a Beavis, either that or he's holding his jacket.
Just holding his jacket.
He's trying not to shit his pants.
Right.
Pulling a Biden.
No, but I just wanted to bring that up because I
Yeah.
want you all to understand. Like, this man just lost his fucking wife.
Unexpectedly.
And they're just like,
That's what I was
"So,
wondering.
fuck
I
it."
didn't know if she like was battling cancer or some shit or like what happened.
It was unexpected.
Oh, that
But-
sucks. Well, rest in peace.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the guys I do actually fucking respect because he will come with receipts. I mean, I don't want to make the joke. It was probably Jamal Bowman. I don't want to make the joke.
I'm glad that fucker's gone. I
Yeah, I am
mean,
too.
he should be in fucking prison, just like every January 6th motherfucker.
Well,
but I'm
I
glad
mean-
he's gone.
Well, let's.
We're gonna show these motherfuckers who we are. Losers. That's who. Because you fucking lost.
Well, here it is, folks. We now have Supreme Court takes sledgehammer to federal agency power in Chevron
Fuck yeah.
case. The Supreme
Yes.
Court took a sledgehammer to executive agencies' power Friday by overruling a prominent precedent that bolstered their ability to implement regulations in a wide areas of America's life, including consumer environmental protections. In a 60-day decision along with ideological line, the Supreme Court conservative majority upended a 40-year administrative law proceedings precedent that gave agencies across the government leeway to interpret ambiguous laws through rulemaking. Known as the Chevron defense, the now overturned legal doctrine instructed judges to defer to agencies in case where the law is ambiguous. Now judges will substitute their own best interpretations of the law instead of deferring to the agencies, effectively making it easier to overturn regulations that govern wide-ranging aspects of Americans' life. So, what this means is what happened with January 6th is a majority to all of them were convicted of impeding a Rich, you know this better than I do.
Impeding a congressional hearing.
Yes.
I'm sorry, impeding congressional proceeding or some shit like that.
Which is what Jamal Bowman did. He didn't want to vote on something, so he went and pulled the fucking fire alarm. And he got nothing. That is what most of the people from January 6th, including our friend Adam, were held on. Trump should have gone full pension. Joe's ass like, you fucking muttering, stuttering little fuck. You know that.
That'd have been awesome.
Oh well, this is gonna be good. I can't wait. Tornadoes.
Nice.
I love where I live. Love where I live.
Talk about a snipe.
Wait, why is there no cause of death discussed yet? Not being they don't know. It happened today or last night, and they haven't released anything yet. So, yeah, just well wishes for him and his family. I think he's got like 4 kids.
Talk about a snipe.
Hold on. Oh yeah, Biden's goal for the night written in the lower right, or the lower corner. Live.
That is the Business Party Network show, and Haley Kennington. Find her and Mama J on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
On Pretty Antisocial. Pretty
Right.
Antisocial Pod on I believe Pretty Anti Pod on X.
I'm gonna see
and
if I can
on
just pull the
YouTube.
links from my side here, at least, because I
I'll
can't
be
get
right
into that.
back.
But yeah, so we have that really quickly while Biz is gone. We'll go to the old great Park of the South. And they had their own interpretation of last night's debate.
Welcome to the cable access televised debate between a giant douche and a turd sandwich. We'll start with giant douche. Sir, to have a giant douche represent them. What do you say to those people? Jim, first of all, I would like to thank you for monitoring this debate. And I would like to thank all of the students and their parents for coming.
Suck up. Suck up. Shh. What? That's an obvious
Later,
suck up.
Mondo.
But I would hope that those students and their parents who question my qualities
Muffin
would
Rando.
simply look at my opponent. He is a turd sandwich.
You're a turd sandwich.
No, sir, if you'll pardon me, you are in fact the turd sandwich.
You're a turd sandwich.
Sir, you are a turd sandwich.
You're a turd sandwich.
Turd sandwich, I will ask you not to speak out of turn.
I'm sorry, Jim.
Anyway, as I was saying, wait, I forgot what I was saying. Ha, what a douche. All right, turd sandwich. This next question is for you. How does South Park Elementary enforce its laws of conduct for young athletes during sporting events?
My opponent wouldn't even know the answer to that question. If you ask him the same question, he would not answer it. He would stand around and just babble on and on about nothing until finally he was saved by the buzzer.
Your time is up, turd.
I fucking love that shit.
And that's the way it used to fucking be. And it's not that way. Listen, have they gone a little bit too far? Sometimes. MTG, as much as I love her and would like to finger pop her behind an A&W root beer stand. What? Oh, that was Lauren Boebert. Never mind. At a Beetlejuice concert? Yeah? Wait.
No, that was in a movie theater. I do love the fact that I do want to point out the fact that she actually moved from the 3rd congressional district to the 4th congressional district to win because the 3rd congressional district said get the fuck out.
Who, MTG?
No,
Lauren Boebert.
Yeah, like she wasn't gonna win the 3rd congressional district again, so she's like, "Fuck it, I'm running for the 4th," and the 4th is like, "Welcome in." I mean, I don't like Lauren Boebert. I really don't.
I'm not a big fan. I don't think she's very smart, to be honest.
No, she's not. I mean, I've heard her in committee hearings and everything, and she's just like
tits, though. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
I mean,
she's
yeah,
the
she does.
Jasmine Crockett of the right.
You're not wrong, but she does have a great pair of tits. She's white.
You're not wrong, but she's the Jasmine Crockett of the right.
You're not wrong.
I'm not white. Biden is used as a condom at a Kiss concert.
I don't know. I think them dirty little hippies. Well, they weren't hippies. They were metal. Yeah, metal, kind of rock. Those
Rockabilly?
rock. Yeah, those.
Yeah, they were
hardcore
rock.
rockers.
Yeah.
Well,
All that face paint and wild ass hair that ain't been washed in days, and no.
as I said it, there it is.
Eh.
No, yeah, she was actually at some kind of theater at that.
You know, I would party with her. I'd party with her. I'd bang her. But I
Dude,
just
can
don't
you
like her.
imagine a party? Lauren Boebert, Hunter Biden, Ashley Biden, fucking Marjorie Taylor. What?
Why are we?
She puts
You're
out.
talking about two kids have been molested by their fucking father, and you want to add them to some kind of weird sex orgy?
I would party with Hunter.
I said
I'm
party.
sorry.
I didn't say sex orgy, you weirdo.
I'm just
What?
partying. I want to see what happens. I'm there.
I want to see what
I'm
Ashley
there.
says.
Yeah,
Imagine Ashley just jacked out of her brain, like, yeah, you know,
right.
I'm
not there for anything else other than the experience and the story, just to know. And the drugs.
And the drugs. I mean, it'd be a fucking wild party. Listen, these young girls really have to stop doing these fucking interviews on the street. They really do.
Yeah.
They really fucking do. I'm so like, you understand you ruin your lives. You ruin your entire lives with some of this shit. But no, they'll just, they'll keep doing it. Oh, this guy. I've seen this guy.
Is not vote for.
I've seen this guy around a lot.
I don't know if you.
You stop.
Stop talking to me right now. It's not
Steve
time.
Mudflaps McGrew. I've seen him around. He wears a fucking wig and whatnot. But he makes a great fucking point here.
I don't know if you guys have thought about this or not, but after watching the debate last night, it's pretty obvious Joe Biden is not running the country, which means somebody else who we didn't vote for is running the country, which means that's a coup. They took over this country without firing a shot. Somebody that we, the people, did not choose is running this country. And that ought to scare the crap out of you. And if it doesn't, there's really something wrong with you, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody keeps saying, well, if January 6th was an inside job and it was set up by our own government, what would it accomplish? What the fuck do you see? You're trying to put a man in jail for something that you actually fucking set up.
Right. It would accomplish more of the division because in order to rule more people, you need them divided.
Right.
They're weaker, divided, stronger together,
Here's Cunstain in his fucking tan.
Oh, this fucking douchebag. Get a shirt that says fascist, sir.
The decision to not fact check the fire hose of lies that is Donald Trump, that is the entirety of his existence and the entirety of his campaign.
Is it me or is he starting to look like one of the Golden Girls?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Whatever
You
the
have
Oz,
a point.
the big, tall, lanky one. That's what he's starting to look like.
No. He's like Rose and God, what was her name?
Oh, the ditzy one.
Yeah, the Betty White character.
Yeah.
And
that's
the Blanche girl you're talking about. I
Yeah.
remember Blanche. I think it is Rose and Blanche.
Yeah,
Blanche was the whore.
Oh, well, then who was the only one that made damn
When it
sense
was
on that channel?
that
And
one.
the old fucking grandma woman, that was
Also,
fucking
why does
amazing.
he look like fucking Anderson Cooper too at the same time? Like they're melding into one. Everybody, all that. And by the way, fucking Caitlin Collins, I'm more and more convinced every single time I see her that she is.
Gay Mr. Crocker. I like it.
Caitlin Collins is Dylan Mulvaney. I don't.
Yes.
Right?
I just saw her the other day. That fucking chin, holy! And then the way she looks, she just.
Oh, look, she may have resting bitch face, but resting bitch face actually comes from constantly being in bitch face, and your face gets stuck there.
That's what, I know. I have RDF. I have hard resting dick face because I was always pissed off as a kid. Like, I'll be seeing myself on the podcast, and I look up, I'm like, why am I so fucking angry looking?
Kamala has resting dick throat.
I mean, that's why the skin's flabby around there, man.
The
Apparently.
decision to not fact check any one of those lies, by CNN was one of the most immoral decisions in the history of the free press in this country. Literally, I am suggesting that at some point tonight, CNN should, it will not, go off the air in shame, fire everybody, seal off the buildings, make sure everybody's out, and burn the goddamn place to the ground. The decision to not.
Yes. Because CNN actually did a fair and balanced fucking debate. Because CNN finally just went, hey, you guys talk, and didn't interrupt every fucking 30 seconds
Right.
and go, hey, no, we're going to just tell you what we think. And no, they actually did a fucking good debate. And people like this dildo, gay Mr. Cocker, decided that no, CNN needs to be burned to the ground now, because they just sat there and let that fucking guy talk, and they didn't do. This is what, not I don't say it much, but this is what Trump derangement syndrome really looks like.
Mhm.
It really is. It really fucking is, and it's. And I don't, you know what? I don't want him banned from anything because I want him. I want to watch. I want people to watch and see how fucking stupid. I didn't want Alex Jones banned, even though I think some of the things he said was fucking stupid. But
They're
he was
making the
like,
frogs gay.
But apparently he came. He was telling the truth about the gay frogs. But that's the thing. Don't ban anybody. And all of a sudden, the people who are calling misinformation and disinformation are now all of a sudden giving you real information. But don't ban people. Let people say whatever they want. Unfortunately, this is where we are with internet. You can say from whatever you want to whoever you want. Look at us.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what we're doing. Should we be banned because we have differing opinions? Absolutely fucking not. I wouldn't even want CNN off the air because I hate watch them. I think my blood pressure has gone down since I stopped watching real, like, quote unquote, real news. My blood
Good.
pressure has gone down.
Yeah, I stopped watching that fucking like
You know
couple
what?
years
Here's the
ago.
fucked up thing. Like I would listen to the committee hearings, and it just get me so fucking enraged. And then we went off to Pigeon Forge for that weekend.
Yeah.
And I came back, and I'm good. Like I will rage out sometimes, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And it's because I unplugged for a bit. You know, I actually went out and I had some fun. I put it all down. I didn't talk to really anybody except for my wife. Sending a few pictures here and there for people to say, hey, we're here, we're alive, you know, kind of
Right.
situation.
By the way,
it works.
When we do get a little bigger, I think we should all take a fucking trip to Pigeon Forge because that house looked phenomenal. And I've been there before.
That'd be dope.
They got like fucking video games and like pool tables and shit like that. And I think
There's
we should just
fucking
take
the foosball table, and there's this little it's a slide puck thing.
Yeah, that slide.
That was in the room.
Slide. Yeah. I
With
think that
like
would be
a whole
fucking
bunch of board games and shit. Yeah, it was a nice place.
business party, family vacation.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, by the way, Mr. Six,
Mm.
Mr. Six right here. Watch this.
I wonder when this was from.
I do too.
Yeah. Bing-ah.
Did he hit it? He went behind him. He literally hit the drink before he hit the
I don't know.
Hilarious.
I don't know if that's Biden.
I mean, it looks like him, but
It looks like him. I don't know if that's actually Biden, honestly, because it's moving a little too quick.
Oh,
Yeah, that
Even
sounds like I
for
don't know.
when he was vice president.
Yeah, I don't know
The
how long
mannerisms
ago that
don't
would've
look
been.
the same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if it was, it had to have been a long fucking time ago for him to be moving quick enough to even know where the fuck the ball went.
Maybe back in when he was 60.
Yeah.
I mean, that does look like a flip phone camera.
I mean, listen. Sometimes when you take video of things, it doesn't always come out the best way.
True.
All right, let's listen to this bitch.
Oh God.
possibly breaks the law right here. Did she quit her job as press secretary? This is a direct violation of the Hatch Act. She's literally campaigning for Biden and against Trump. That isn't only for the press room. She's getting paid by by taxpayers. This is not okay. Don't pay attention to how bad her answer is grammatically and substant. Yeah. Pay substantively. Yes. I'm terrible at that. Pay attention. Terrible what talking? Pay attention to the fact that she's campaigning on your dime. So let's hear Blinky here talk about some shit that she probably shouldn't be.
President Trump can talk policy on Thursday, which remains an open question. We'll see what kind of performer he is that night. One of the places he's undoubtedly going to go is to inflation, which everybody across the country is feeling, despite all that economic data we talk about all the time that is so strong. The economy's thriving. Talk about things costing too much. He'll look into the camera maybe and say, you know that your cereal costs too much. He'll go down the list of groceries and gas. How will the president address that criticism?
So here's the thing. This is something that we've been talking about for some time, right? The economy. And you're right. The data shows that the economy is indeed strengthening. It's stronger. And we understand that we came out of a pandemic, a once in a century pandemic. And the work that this president did from the American Rescue Plan to the bipartisan infrastructure legislation to the Inflation Reduction Act, all of these historic pieces of legislation has helped this country get back on its feet. So yes, eggs and milk, and there were grocery things that were up. It has gone down. It has gone down since 2022. Gas prices, because of the actions that this president took, and let's not forget there was an invasion, but Russia did obviously into Ukraine.
Yeah, at the United States border, you bitch.
Tick up. The president took action, tapped the SPR, and we saw gas prices go down. The president has met the moment with every issue that we have had.
She's really trying to talk about the strategic oil reserve. Like whatever he put out gave us fucking 7 hours of extra gas. Like, come on, bitch.
In front of us, the president obviously talks about that often. He's going to have another opportunity on Thursday to speak to those issues. And look, talking about Donald Trump, I just mentioned Dobbs decision. The reason why we have chaos right now after the Dobbs decision, the reason why after Roe v. Wade was overturned after it being constitutional law for 50 years, is because of what Donald Trump did in his administration. And now IVF is on the line. Contraception is.
All right, now let's get to this. Who even cares what she was talking about? She's fucking stupid. She's just saying some bullshit that doesn't actually go with anything that she should be saying because she's lying. So here we go. Let's go ahead and go into this on the Hatch Act. Now, the Hatch Act of 1939, an act to prevent.
Yeah, put it on the screen.
Oh,
I got it.
Oh, there you go. My bad. I forgot that because we took off the auto share.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all good. The Hatch Act of 1939, an act to prevent pernicious political activities in a United States federal law. Its main provision prohibits civil service employees in the executive branch of the federal government, except the president and vice president, from engaging, I'm assuming, in
So,
yeah, hold on. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that now.
I'm trying. So basically, what it means, you can't stump for a person in your actual capacity. She's on MSNBC as the spokeswoman for the president.
Yes.
If she did it on her own time and was not and
Not the press secretary?
yeah, it wasn't. She was acting
Oh,
as the
no,
press
not that one.
secretary there.
Yeah, she was in official capacity as the
Official
press
capacity
secretary.
as this press secretary. If she did it on her own time and she was just there, not as whatever it was, then it's fair game.
Mm-hmm.
Engaging in some forms of political activity. It became law on August 2nd of 1939. Carl
Mind you-
Hatch, New Mexico.
And of course, look at this. Widespread allegations that the Democratic Party politicians use employees, the works, blah, blah. So it was put into power because they were doing some shit. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay.
And look, they're doing some shit and literally subverting the Hatch Act. Look, DEI Orphan Annie here is horrible. This bitch actually thinks she's doing a good job. Oh, I'm hitting my own shit over here. This bitch actually thinks she's doing a good job.
Meanwhile, when they ask her a question about the president and something the president's about to do, she tells them that she can't because I have to be very careful because of the Hatch Act. No, bitch. We're asking you. You're the mouthpiece of the president. You're supposed to tell us what it is. And then she goes right on MSNBC and she's just like, oh, no, because of this president, this is what's going on. And this is can't do that. That's what you can't do. You can tell us where the president will be.
Right.
You can tell us what the president stands on certain issues, but you can't rail against another party.
Right.
And that's what she's doing.
Or you can't or you can't actually promote your party. You just have to say what the president thinks.
Yeah.
I mean that's the whole thing. You can't go off onto your own little tyrant about how they did this and they did this and you need to like this and no. You just have to be like, look, president says this, president thinks that. That's it. That's all the press secretary is for.
No, unfortunately, so the thing with her is she has a unique job when it comes to that.
Literally,
she
her
has
job
she has
when it
I'm
comes
sorry.
to this country. Hold on. Her job when it comes to this country, when you're speaking of the country to the press at any point in time, it doesn't matter if she's in the middle of taking a nap with her scissor partner. It doesn't matter. When she is talking to the press, she's on job 24/7.
Like Christopher Wray, right? Christopher Wray cannot go to a Biden event or say that he's working for the government and go to MSNBC as stump for the president.
Right.
What he can do on his personal time, if he wants to, is go to a Biden or Trump rally. He's allowed to do that. He's
Right.
allowed to speak, but he's not allowed to speak as a representative of the FBI. You can't say, my name is Christopher Wray. I'm from, I work at the FBI. This is my thoughts. And this is, you can't. You can't.
Here's
do
the
that.
thing. Here's the conundrum. If he started a TikTok and started talking about things, not actually advocating for anything, just started talking about things that he knows about, would that be a violation of the Hack Chat?
No.
I don't think so. No.
Would the press secretary, would
See,
that be
the
a
problem with
violation?
Yeah, because the press secretary is the mouthpiece of the president of the United States. So I
Yep.
say she has a certain capacity. If you work for certain government agencies or you have certain job titles, it's a lot harder to get around that. But if you're just a normal, you can't, like, she can't go to a Biden event and say the press secretary of the United, and she'd have to turn around and just fucking boop, get out of there. She can't.
Or not talk to the press at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be there. You can just be like supporting somebody, but you can't talk to anybody who wants to report on anything because you are the official mouthpiece of the president at that point in time.
And you
even if
can't-
we were to ask her questions, she still couldn't do it.
and you can't do it during work hours. Unfortunately for her, her job is 24/7. She's constantly the mouthpiece of the president. If you have official work hours, as long as you're not doing certain things in certain work hours, then, but unfortunately, her job is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a rock and a hard place. But my problem with it is she has no problem going on MSNBC and saying this nonsense bullshit. But when it comes to asking questions about the president and what she's supposed to say, and she goes, "It's because of the Hatch Act. I can't tell you." It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. But she can sit there and bolster about gas prices, which I forgot. What were they saying? The president has nothing to do with gas prices. Oh yeah, that's right. Now she's bolstering how the gas prices went down. When you have fucking groceries going up 80%, it's not that high, but you know what I mean. If you have groceries going up 100% and you bring it down fucking 20%, and you go, well, it's come down, and you just go, well, it's come down 20%. It's still up 80%. You're still getting kicked in the fucking nuts. So they never tell you the percentages, or they'll tell you the percentages. And, if it's good for them, but they won't tell you the percentages if it's not good for them. And
Mhm.
they do that constantly, and and I'm saying I'm sick of the lying, but it's never gonna stop. They're never gonna stop.
I'm sick of the manipulation. It's not the lying that gets to me. It's the lying bold-faced to my face, knowing that I know the truth, and you still go after the fucking lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what gets me. You just can't back the fuck down simply because you don't want to say, maybe you're right. That's what gets me. That's what keeps me from like taking a step back. And that's why I actually asked, should we stop going after these motherfuckers so hard? It's because I know you're willfully doing it. There's no reason you can't know at this point. How the hell are you still on stage one when we're sitting here at the end game point in the match?
It kind of reminds me of Alex Stein interviewed that bachelor dude or whatever.
Oh God!
And he was like, I know you're lying.
No, you're lying. Just, I did it. I understand. I wore a dress too.
No, he's like, I'm a troll. I know what you're doing right now. And you could tell he wanted to start laughing at a couple points. There's no way that dude really thinks that come on, man.
No. But hey, it's one of those things, you know, you were talking about fuck the patriarchy, and then you let men act like you and take everything from you. And it was that point where everybody's just like, fuck it, every man around the world. All you have to do is just claim you're a woman and take their shit. At that point in time, every man around the world, if a woman jumps in your face, all you have to do is just scream, you're a woman, and punch her in the mouth.
I identify as a woman. Whap.
Yeah, I mean, literally, you can get away with that kind of shit because it's woman-on-woman violence at that point.
These days,
Oh,
yeah.
Shit.
What?
Biden's in the Bronx today, right? Yeah, 'cause that's
how?
where. Yeah, he's in New York.
He's
I
in
know
Queens.
Well, okay.
He's in New York.
If
Queens.
we're
He's in
talking
Queens,
about
New
here
York.
recently.
Yeah, he's in Queens, New York, because when they were doing that, the first one we played where she was talking about his cold, that's where they were on their way to. Look what's going on in Queens, New York, as of 33 minutes ago.
Was he supposed to be in North Carolina?
So
No, this is Queens, New York. What's it say? What's it
No,
say?
I know what's going on there, but I'm
Profiles
saying
today about to break through New York barricades, shoving and clashing with NYPD to confront Genocide Joe trying to get to President Biden during his
Oh.
campaign stop in Manhattan.
Ooh.
Look, I know I said this about May 29th, but how is this not treason as well? I mean, you were
Dude,
literally levying war against the federal government, against the United States, the people of the United States of America at this point. It doesn't matter if we don't like the fucking president that's in office. You were trying to get to our fucking president.
Yep.
A white guy in an Islamic terrorist headdress. What a strange world we live in. Yes.
Y'all want to keep playing these games? Let's play them. I'll be right back.
Yep.
And the thing, and here's where I appreciate what police officers do, but at the same time, fuck some of them. Because I will never fucking forget the COVID lockdowns. Ever.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. The sight of cops going to Jewish families while they were trying to celebrate whatever Shabbats or whatever it is on a Sunday, while they were having their family time, and cops were coming into their houses trying to pull them out and arrest them. And the fact that they were trying to close Atlas Gym down, the
Right.
fact that they were taking people out of stores, and in New York, they were putting in New York, people were opening up businesses, and cops were going in there, health inspectors were going in there and fining businesses thousands of dollars and shutting these people down for saying no.
Mm-hmm. Which is bullshit.
They fucking deserve this. They fucking deserve it. So you can take this out of context all you want. But you fucking did this.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking did this. And this is what happens also when you defund the police.
Mm-hmm.
You get a bunch of people who you just hire off the streets who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Because I don't know if anybody's seen the videos from the NYPD lately, but you've got people jumping on cop cars, smashing cop cars, and they're just like, oh, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Exactly. What do you want? What do you want me to do? But God forbid you have a red Trump hat on and they'll throw you in fucking jail. They let people, don't forget, they let 4 people murder people. The Gilgo Beach murders just recently. And Alvin Bragg let them go. Meanwhile, Trump's bond was $500 million for a white-collar crime that nobody was injured in. They let murderers go. The lady who just killed a 3-year-old child was set. Her bond was set as $5 million. She killed a 3-year-old child, stabbed him in the face, and her bond was $5 million. Don't tell me this is not all fucking politicized.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think it's not, you're the problem. You're the problem. Because you're just a sheep and you'll go along with whatever they tell you.
Mm.
God damn it, Jerome. I like you, sir. I like you. You're a fucking. I pity police in this age.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn my screen up.
I got you.
Yep.
It started.
Not surprising.
Wasn't this a right-wing conspiracy theory like 6 months ago?
Oh, he's fine. Don't worry about it. He's good. He's the fucking
See,
he's the best speaker we have, is what fucking what's it Blinky said.
He's the sharpest guy anybody that fucking
Yeah.
that Joe Scarborough
look,
knows, right?
I think we should just call her DEI Orphan Annie. I think that's what it is.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
she's got the hairstyle. It's just literally like little Orphan Annie, but race swapped. That's the way she acts. That's the way she talks. That's the way she comes off with all of her head movements and everything. Like little Orphan Annie was back then. Except she's black.
It's Lil this time. Lil.
Lil
Orphan
Annie. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this. Like, they're actually this shit was literally a conspiracy theory 6 months ago. Everything's fine. This is just all right-wing political bullshit. Like, this is propaganda. And now here they are. Oh, well, this motherfucker fucked up on the debate. Let's get him out. We told you this shit was coming.
Yeah, right. But Jill said I did good. She told me like a fucking 5-year-old right to my face.
God.
Here you go.
You answered all the questions.
Here's a fucking miniature Big Bird telling everybody.
Oh, Jesus.
Another. I'm so sick and tired of these fucking people going to these fucking. Oh, it's the 51 former FBI agents said that Hunter Biden's laptop was false. They were investigating it. You fucking lied. Now this lie.
So then you look at something else. People are concerned about inflation. 16 Nobel laureates came out this week and said that if
Joe Biden shit his pants. That's what they said.
There's more evidence for that. Okay, go ahead. Oh, we're going
inflation. 16 Nobel laureates came out this week and said
that she prefers Grey Goose.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Call back to Fannie Willis. Oh, we're doing this again.
I just want to keep on thinking of 16 Nobel laureates said.
16 Nobel laureates came out this week and said
Joe Biden endorses killing children.
That
You
if
committed a
what's his name
fucking coup on
were
January 7th.
elected president with his fiscal policies, inflation would
Shove it up your ass? What the fuck? Inflation up your ass.
Inflation fucks you. That's
Gonna
what
go
it
up-
does.
It's gonna go up the American people's ass, just like that.
increase enormously.
Hold on.
in our
That's Hammerhand. That's Hammerhand. She's threatening her husband.
This? You mean this thing?
Look at the way she's doing it. No, it's like Hammerhand. Like you're swinging a hammer that way.
Oh yeah, this is a picture of Rachel Maddow. She was down in the corner. When did you guys see the latest photo of her? Old giraffe neck Maddow. Yeah.
country.
What have you?
And you have Joe Biden on the other side of that screen leading the world in reducing inflation in our country.
Joe Biden is leading the world. I mean, our inflation is a lot better than other countries, but it's still fucking up. You can't say that it's up 30% and then go, well, it's 28 now after 2 years. Then we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
It's-
Don.
it's
I got
warm in here.
I got fucking tornado warning here, so it's
Well, while we're on the subject of Skeletor here,
Oh, she
who committed
does.
a military coup on January 7th, let's go to this. The Gay Candle Guy Company says, LOL, I love her.
And what do you say to former President Trump, who blames you for January 6th and says you didn't take his offer for the National Guard?
He thinks I planned my own assassination. He's sicker than I thought.
Hold on. You were in the tunnels when the barricades were breached. Like you were one of the first people they actually fucking removed, with Alexandria Pelosi with a camera right beside you, watching you, filming you as you calmly walked around the fucking tunnels on
Right.
your cell phone. Did you plan your own assassination? Bitch, you were one of the first ones out the door. That bothers me. Because this bitch went on the next goddamn day to go to General Mark Milley himself, the dude who said, I want to understand white rage, and said, do not listen to any lawful order given. Well, she didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing, but do not listen to any lawful order given by the President of the United States. He's deranged. He's unhinged. She waited 71 minutes to give the authorization, which she could have done the night before. She waited 71 minutes to give the authorization to call in the National Guard. They were still delayed after that fucking fact, to the whole point at 6 o'clock where everybody was gone. They drove around the Capitol a few times, went after the barricades were up, drove around the Capitol a few times, took a few pictures, and went the fuck home. I'm telling. You know what? I think we actually should. I know Davey's gone, but we should make those stickers. Kazakhstan, this bitch.
That would be funny.
We have Kazakhstan's parliamentary building across it. Little stick figures running up the steps. Kazakhstan, this bitch. Like, you literally have the Speaker of the House at that point, third in line for the presidency of the United States, who had a damn good hand in what actually happened in January 6th, then went to the Joint Chiefs of Staff the next day and committed a military coup that she was on TV for months saying that Orange Man would do. Third in line for the presidency just actually tried to steal your fucking country. She's not allowed to talk about it. Nobody can ask her questions. She's the only one the January 6th committee couldn't fucking touch.
Right.
Nobody's asking questions about this bitch except the American people. Does that not seem a little suspicious?
Mm-hmm. Don't be suspicious. There we go.
Okay, shut the butt. Listen, this will literally save your life. So if you 45 or 455 like me, get your ass checked. This is killing way too many of my constituents, especially black men. And I need you all alive to vote 2024.
This is fucking hilarious.
It's in November.
What up, kitten?
Oh, that's great. Speaking of that movie, we need to start having the watch parties soon.
Yeah.
I have that. I have Civil War is the one I want to watch soon. I haven't watched it yet,
Oh,
but
we
I do have a
go.
good copy of it.
Okay. Bring this up real quick, ladies
Hold
and
on,
gentlemen.
I got something real quick first. Hold on.
Hold on.
This is called Ain't No Way I'm Pulling Out.
Yep. Called child support.
Look.
Well, there's a way you're pulling out considering what Scott ran, and then there's this.
Who won the debate? We asked debate watchers in our instant poll, and the answer is a resounding Donald Trump did. 67% of debate watchers in our poll say Donald Trump won the debate tonight. Joe Biden, 33% say he won the debate tonight. I mean, guys, at this point, I don't give a shit if they bring out Gavin Newsom or maybe Hillary Clinton or even Big Mike. Even Michelle Obama. Sorry, I don't know why I said Big Mike. Back to you, Jake.
Of course, that is a deep fake, but
yeah,
it's funny as fuck.
I mean, look at dude's eyes though.
Yes,
He's
'cause
just
you
like
get-
stroking the fuck out right,
Right.
there, though.
Look at fucking Debo behind him.
They definitely could have got away with it being considered real a little bit more if he didn't say I don't give a shit, because when he said that I was
Right.
like, oh, it's fake. But yeah,
Right.
no, it's hilarious.
Yeah,
I just
they would have got away with it had they not done that.
Uh-huh.
It's getting too fucking. They're getting too real. The
Oh,
deep fakes
absolutely.
are getting too real. But I mean, the shit that Joe Biden looking off into talking to nobody, that's real. I mean, come on, you just and they're doing it on purpose. They're absolutely doing it on purpose because when eventually Trump, they'll get somebody to say something for Trump, and they'll go, look what he said. You see what he said? He said this. He said that. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be Hello?
Huh?
Anybody here?
No.
What?
Did we lose?
Yep.
What? We lost.
Si se puede.
What are we at? 2 hours
This
and
is
14
this
minutes?
is what I'm feeling right now.
Bueller?
But no, like
Wait.
yeah.
Shut up, bitch.
I think we're at 2 hours,
Yeah,
15
we're
minutes
good.
now. I think we're about done. Anything else to bring up, boys?
Nope, that's it. This was fucking
good.
Hell
I gotta go watch for a tornado now.
yeah. Go tackle it.
Why you do that, Biz? You want to play something tonight?
I thought about it. I'm gonna see. I might if I'm not as tired as I was a little while ago, so I
I
might.
know it always fucking happens. I'm the same way. I'm half asleep, and then we come on the air, and then after it, I can't fucking go to bed for hours. My brain is just going.
Yeah, I didn't go to sleep till like 1 a.m. last night, and I got up for work at fucking 6. So I was like feeling like a bag of fucking dicks this morning.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
I
might.
was, too.
I might be down to play something here in a little while. But speaking of playing, check us out tomorrow. We definitely will be on the Stupids Play. Saturday, 6 Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We will be playing. I'm not sure what we're going to be playing tonight, but as we do play the game, we go through like some cultural articles and like video game news, other stuff.
should
Which
talk
there
about
has been a few things. So Dr. Disrespect is
I
going to
was
be
just gonna
a
say.
little bit of an area to be talking about. So we will be talking about that. It does piss me off quite a bit. So tune in tomorrow for that. It's the Stupids Play STOOPIDS. So check us out tomorrow, YouTube and Rumble for that. And yeah.
Let me pull the links and everything while Davey goes ahead real quick.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see if we have it. Oh, you don't have the new brand?
The new brand.
Rich, do you have the new time slot and everything?
Oh,
I don't think you can.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me pull the YouTuber and Rumble real quick for
we have
Stupid's Play.
We have the old one, I think.
Hell yeah, for sure. Thanks
Thank
for
you, Jerome.
tuning in.
Appreciate it.
Throwing it in my chest with that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. But yeah, check us out for some of that. And I'm liking doing these Fridays, so we're going to be trying to do this regularly on Business Party Podcast, and that's going to be at either 6 or 7, depending on what time we want to do it on Fridays when we can get to it. But join us on our regular same bad time, same bad channel on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. That is our usual times on Business Party Podcast, and that's across pretty much all platforms. We're especially trying to hit X a lot harder now and Rumble because fuck YouTube, you're gay, and I know we're on there right now, but you still suck.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, Jerome.
I mean, hold on.
We're trying to build. So grab your friend's phone, hit download Rumble, and make sure you're going to all our socials and following.
Well, see, here's the thing. There is a real point to that. The following, the grassroots following, really has to come from y'all. You like what you see, you like what you hear. Go ahead and throw it to people. Be like, look, check these guys out. These guys are actually willing to sit down if you want to, and sit down and talk. You don't even need a camera. You just need a voice.
Yeah.
They're going to platform your ass if you ain't some crazy motherfucker just trying to start fights. You want to have a conversation? Let's talk.
Hell yeah.
You have the video, Rich?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let me
Are we going with the ad video?
Yeah.
Where did I store that? We can hang over. Yeah. Hold on.
Yep, Amanda was here last Saturday. She made a guest appearance.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Slowly.
Go ahead and just
Yeah,
share
yeah.
the whole.
There you go.
And you can also find us at businesspartynetwork.com. Businesspartynetwork.com. It's in the construction phase right now, but there is some stuff on there where you can get all of us. But we appreciate you all. We love and care about every single one of you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being here with us on this journey.
Yes.
Y'all are awesome.
Yep. And you all have a good night.